One, two, one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 should not be your favorite number when it comes to What's a Podcast because at the 10-minute mark, that's when you get cut off and you're mad you
Oh,
didn't
there you go.
subscribe. So
That's true. That's
Patreon.
true.
Patreon.com/What's a Podcast. But we are here. I am DJ Jerome Baker III, the best DJ in the world. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie and Abdul.
What's up? It's Streetwear Eddie's still on like a world tour, man. He left us behind.
Streetwear Eddie is not here. We were actually supposed to have special guest return for the artist Pierre Edwards.
Okay. What happened?
Pierre's in LA dominating. You know
I mean, it is
There's-
Valentine's Day too. You know what I mean?
Nah,
It's
no,
about
no, no, no,
happening.
no. Listen, number one, shout out to Pierre's wife, Kiki. She's an amazing floral artist,
Sure.
if you will, and she sold out a workshop at the Square. I don't know if you've been to the Square yet.
Where's that?
The Square is on like 19th and K,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's a new food hall. So a lot of places that you can't get food, they're like the Taqueria Sachi, and there's like this fried chicken place. Like it's cool, it's solid. So she
All
sold
right.
out the Square. She sold out the Square with like her art making bouquets and all this stuff. She's
That's
extremely
fire.
talented. It's fire. So that's
Amazing.
that's Pierre's wife. So shout out to Kiki for that.
Also
Number two,
creative director. So it just
she's-
runs in the family.
She, you know what, Kiki is like. So number one, she went to Hampton, which automatically makes her, you know what I'm saying, top
Oh,
tier.
okay. Okay.
Number
Okay.
two,
Okay.
she looks like Engineer Garments in real life. Like what Engineer Garments is trying to look like, that's how Kiki
Yeah.
dresses. And some
She's the muse and
she,
the lookbook.
10,000,000%.
Wow.
If she walked
She's-
if she walked into EG, she would shut them down with no problem.
yeah. She's the lookbook, the muse, and the model
100%.
for Engineer Garments.
Yes, sir.
Listen, sponsor her and sponsor the show, Engineer Garments.
There you go. Speaking of Engineer Garments, real quick, you know what I'm saying? We can't get it's just. I'm gonna blame you on this one because you didn't.
I'm gonna
check
blame
the
you
people.
because I think I already know where you're going.
Listen, so Abdul posted a picture.
Yeah.
First, people in the comments like, "Yo, what's the ID on the pants?"
You
I-
gave it up.
I said
you were about to
I
sell
said-
me out.
Nah, I said EG, right?
Yeah,
Cuz comes back like EG with a bunch of question marks. But I deleted the comment, bro. What are you
deleted
talking
your
about?
comment. I ended up
How do you not
deleting
know-
his comment.
How do you not? How do you not know what EG is, bro? Come on, bro. That was so weak.
I was like, bro, I'm about to give up my sauce.
That was so weak. Nevertheless,
Pants look fired. We got to give it up for
listen.
the
I thought it was.
were on point.
We're not even like questioning that. Absolutely on fire, but just the fact that Cuz didn't know what EG was and put like multiple question marks. Like, come
Yeah.
on, dog.
Yeah.
But
Everywhere I go, people are like, "Yo, what kind of pants are those?"
before we
I
get
just
into
be like,
that,
"Army surplus."
before we get into that any further, there's like the cool kids in LA right now. Like Pierre's out there, Adrian's out there.
Oh shit!
The
Okay.
dude Cam is out there. They're all out there working together. That is a
Oh, trifecta, the
That's a
all-star
forceful
team.
that's a forceful team right there. It's a real
Listen, I
forceful
already
team.
know. I already know how to get down. I don't think I know Cam, but listen, I can vouch for Adrian and Pierre. So I already know they get busy.
I think you know Cam. What's his name? Cam Hicks? Isn't that his name?
Yeah, no, I know the name. I don't know if I know.
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah, shout out to him though.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm not gonna give up too much of what they got releasing soon. It's gonna drop soon. It's gonna be
Okay.
tight.
Okay.
But you know, it's a matter of just you want to see powerful people link up, and that's the young creative director. It gets no iller than that.
The
You know what I'm
DMV.
saying?
The DMV CDs.
I don't even. That's just more of a DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
The
more of a like.
DNA from the DMVs. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
you know, you
They're
gotta- but
CDs.
But you got to get out of the DMV to be at CD. Sometimes
That's why they went to
It's
LA.
hard. I'm just
It's
saying.
a lot of
DMV
loaders.
DMV got to do better. But nevertheless,
We're here.
So
We're here stuck in cold
it has been
on Valentine's
incredibly.
Day. We're
it's been
recording
incredible.
Valentine's Day, by the way,
It's been
guys.
incredibly cold the past couple of days. This is ridiculous. But shout out to everybody who had a Valentine or did not have a Valentine. It does not define you if you do
It's
or do
true.
not have a Valentine. So I don't want people to feel like because what they see on the gram. Because I went to so Bella and I left the shop and we went to Trader Joe's today. So
Okay.
on the way to Trader Joe's, there's like three restaurants. There's like Lupo Verde,
Lupo Verde's
Bresca,
fire.
Lupo Verde, Bresca, and another one, right?
Yep.
Mad people, couples. Everything is like, you know what I'm saying? It's all like we go to Trader Joe's. I'm thinking Trader Joe's gonna be dead.
It's late.
Trader Joe's is popping
What time
with
did you go
people
though?
7:30.
That's prime time. People just got home from work. They're like,
No,
let me
bro.
run downstairs, go grab some groceries, and
Nah,
chef it up a little bit.
nah. These people were not in that space. It wasn't like let me go
Okay.
grab a glass. It wasn't like let me go grab a glass of Black Girl Magic Rosé. No, no, no. This was people who were like, I have on big coat, favorite sweats, uh, Yeezy
Mm.
slides, college sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying? Looking like it was a rough one today.
Pilgrims.
Pilgrims. I was like, man,
Oof.
this was an ugly group of pilgrims. It was ugly.
Dog, I hate to say this, but the pilgrims have really taken over this city. It makes me sick.
Certain parts, yes. Certain parts of the
Uh,
city they have just completely overrun.
yeah,
Unfortunately, what when they overrun parts of the city gets new attributes. Right? I'm not going to say it makes the city better because 14th and U is still wild as hell, but it makes the city have different attributes such as stronger police presence. Certain businesses will open when there's a higher. I mean, we're talking about Trader Joe's of all places. Um, and so just in general, when the colonizers put their foot down, it's how they do. So it's like you either got to take advantage of it and try to make it work best for you, or fight the good fight and hope it doesn't happen. It's your call.
yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I'll be honest. I just think, and this is not coming from a colorist or or even trying to say white people suck and this that, because that's not what I mean. I just think that the people that are moving into the city um, just come with such privilege that they fail to understand and realize the neighborhoods that they're moving into. And when you don't understand or respect those neighborhoods, I can't fuck with you. So that's what I mean. I don't mean by any way that, white people suck, this, that, and the other. No. I just kind of mean that the attitude you come with to these areas has to be one of respect, and you got to honor the people that are from here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that
I
in
agree with
any
you,
parts of the city.
but they don't do that anywhere they go. Like, it's not just DC,
And
right?
yeah,
It's
so yeah, I mean, we've
anywhere
heard
they
stories
go,
of that happening. Yeah, in New York and other big cities that have been
everywhere,
gentrified. It's
everywhere.
it's it's sickening. Yeah, you're right.
Truth be told, I'm not saying this to be funny, and I love the place. I'll actually be there on March 1st if anybody's going to be there March 1st. But the only place that I haven't seen them really go crazy, and I'm sure they have, so you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Where
But Baltimore,
it's happening.
that's
It's
what I'm saying. It's
starting to
happening.
happen
It's
now.
happening. But
Yeah,
The thing about Baltimore is, it's a black city, right? And so the streets are going to make you respect it whether you want to or not, right? That
true.
you know what I'm saying. Like, I understand that what Hopkins has done in that area, and I'm sure there's other things. Again, I don't get to Baltimore but once a month. You know what I'm saying, if I'm lucky.
Hmm.
However, any other place, when they have a administration that wants to make a lot of money and make things seem like they're improving the city, such as what's happened here in DC, they've opened the floodgates to gentrification in a way that will really make you dislike colonizers. And a lot of it is them taking advantage of that stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hit the streets of DC, when we hit the streets of DC this upcoming Saturday, do you know what Union Market's gonna look like?
Oh my God, I don't even want to know. It's gonna be
First of
terrible.
all, I'm catching a ride up there with you, right? But
Yeah,
nevertheless, it's like you telling me
we're a strong
12.
minority out there.
Well, I'm just saying, you talking about 12 p.m. in Union Market on a Saturday?
Yeah,
The new gentrifiers are they're foaming at the mouth.
yeah,
Dog, that area is incredible from Union Market to the Morrow Hotel to 8th Street.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, unfortunately, they've never had to respect it because who's gonna check the checker?
You're
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're right. So I will say this, and you brought up Baltimore. What I will say is Baltimore also has it has a pretty big white population as well. As much as it is a black city, it also has pockets of the city that have white residents, but also from very blue collared and low economic wage group. So they tend to understand the hood a little bit more than outsiders coming in. You know what I'm saying? So when people are coming in from outside and they're coming in with a little bit of dough, I think that's when you start to see the sort of arrogance that we see here in Washington, D.C.
that was
And
an amazing way of saying poor white trash, but please continue.
I did not say that, by the way.
I'm just
But
saying the way
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
lower
but
economic blue collar white.
but I think when Baltimore is going to start changing is going to be when we start seeing outsiders coming in and starting to take over some of these neighborhoods. At that point is when we're going to start to see more arrogance amongst white people, and the disrespect is going to start at that point. Today, it's a little bit all right, only because everybody's kind of along the same playing field. You know what I mean?
There's no
So
way it's none of it is all right. None of it is all right.
no, no, no. What I meant by all right is we don't see as much of that sort of arrogance from the white people there. That's what I meant. And
I
I'm
th-
sure it's there. It's just not as in
what's
your
that one
face.
what's that one neighborhood in Baltimore? There's one
Which
neighborhood in
one?
Baltimore to me that feels like it's a little different. It's close to the harbor, maybe. So let's say
Fells Point?
where's the Whole Foods at? Where's Black Swan
That's
at?
Fells Point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
there's
Fells Point.
a little
Yeah,
parts of that's a little. I'm like, oh, okay,
absolutely,
this
absolutely.
was this was built to be different. This is where the people with
That's
money
You're
that
absolutely right. That's probably the most expensive neighborhood in Baltimore City. Yeah, I think you're right. That one is a sort of like a high class area, and you're gonna see white people with their noses stuck up. But if you move a little bit east and even staying within the city limits, um, you don't see that as much. But
well,
yeah,
I feel like there's a huge sort of understanding that people um need to do the research and do the knowledge and understand what it's like when these people come in. It looks different. There's redlining. Baltimore has a huge history with redlining, and you know what I'm
correct.
saying. Like, there's things that mind you, I'm a sociology major. I'm a genius, so but things as simple as trees. How many trees you get in your neighborhood versus how many trees are in a different neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
Trees can devalue property. They can raise the value of property. Like, it's amazing when you really take the time to read into these things how systematic
one
the the,
hundred percent.
coloni- the colonizers have been. It's not blunt in your face. It's
Yeah,
literally a system built for you to not even understand. Like, yo, you don't have parks in your neighborhood. But
yeah,
but you'll cross one major road, you'll cross a North Avenue or North Capitol Street or something, and you'll realize, like, you know what? I should have subscribed to What's a Podcast on Patreon, because
That's right.
at this point, we're saying peace out to our free members, and we want to thank you for listening. And remember, this will be on the full episode will be on our YouTube in 2 weeks. But if you want to catch the full episode now, and audio and video, please subscribe to Patreon.com/What's a Podcast. Peace.
Peace.